So you know damn well I had to put a ton of thought into this pick because, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers do have the 20th overall pick in the NBA draft, and I am a massive Cleveland Cavaliers fan who I still think we're probably going to need to do a couple more things to improve. I don't think it's going to be that big of a change compared to a couple different teams like what Philly might do this offseason by signing a bunch of different players, etc. But I still think the Cavaliers have got a lot to try and do, a lot to, of course, focus on. And I think there's definitely a lot of room with this 20th overall pick to still draft a good role player. Now, I have gone very ambitious with this pick. A couple of you guys might not like it, but as a Cavs fan, I did try and do a lot of research into a player who I think can really help out for the future. Again, if you're wondering why I didn't take a certain player with this pick, though, it might have been just because I took him to with a higher pick to a different team, of course. So I highly recommend you guys go and check out my full 2024 NBA mock draft, which will be linked in the description down below. But I guess without further ado, let's get straight into it. Who I think the Cleveland Cavaliers should select with pick 20. Now, with the 20th overall pick, we do have my team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know damn well I had to put extra focus on this pick. A lot of you guys who have been watching these draft videos now have been asking me, who do I go for? Again, come on, lads. You should know I'm a massive Cleveland Cavaliers fan. And I'm not going to lie. With this 20th overall pick, I've actually gone very, very unconventional here. And I really like the player. And I have done my research on this man and why I think he would be a very good fit for the Cavaliers team. And that's actually, of course, Johnny Furphy from Kansas. Now, you guys might be thinking, whoa. He's only drafted him because he's Australian. Look, me and my brother Johnny Furphy, we got that in common. That's for sure. But in case you haven't noticed, the Cleveland Cavaliers, for some reason, consistently still have issues with their three-point shooters. And even though they dumped like $25 million this most recent free agency in shooting, it didn't really improve that much in my opinion. Max Strus on $16 million a year was so inconsistent for the Cavs. And again, he plays his best ball at shooting guard, but has to play small forward, even small ball power forward when Allen's hurt or Mobley's hurt. If Donovan Mitchell does get traded, I think Max Strus will play shooting guard minutes next year. But then there's the other one, of course, George Niang, who just sucked for the Cavaliers this year. He came in looking like someone from my 600-pound life. Again, no offense, George Niang, but I'm also fat myself, so I can call you out for this, because if I got paid $9 million, I'd make sure to maybe get a little bit more fit. The Cavaliers are most likely going to exile him off. They're probably going to trade him to a team who is looking to take a chance on a guy like George Niang. Again, they're going to need some outside shooting. And Johnny Furphy is actually really perfect for that. It's being said that he's one of the best shooters in the entire draft class and maybe the best movement and off-ball shooters in the whole entire draft. His form is great and he has been extremely efficient behind the three-point line. He's really good at playing off the ball. He's a smart cutter. He's fast and he's really good at creating space for himself. He's a good athlete. Not exactly explosive, but he has a ton of energy and a higher vertical than most would suspect. He puts a ton of effort into both ends of the court, and he can rebound really well. Because of this, he's a very solid defender, and he moves well on his feet and has great length and athleticism to swallow players whole, this website says. Pause, man. What the fuck? That's crazy. But also, his downsides say he plays almost exclusively off the ball, so we haven't seen much of what he looks like with the ball in his hands. He has a really small sample size given the fact that he, again, didn't have consistent minutes to start the season, and his decision making can be a bit iffy, although no one is really too concerned with it at the moment. He's actually being compared to Grayson Allen right now, who I feel like has gone pretty underrated in his career. Again, he just signed like a $20 million deal though, so clearly not that underrated right now. Again, there's a lot of pros with Johnny Furphy. And what I'm saying is, even though he's not really supposed to go with this pick, don't be surprised if the Cleveland Cavaliers do it. Again, he was ranked 28th on ESPN and 23 on Fanspo, and I do have him going 20th, of course, with this pick, which would be 8th ahead of his projected. But let me tell you a couple reasons why I love Johnny Furphy, other than him being a great shooter who fits so much needs for the Cavaliers. And of course, I think, again, he's an Aussie, so I gotta love the dude, right? Again, let me talk about some things with Johnny Furphy first. First of all, in the first half of his career at college, you would not have even heard of this guy. This dude, I don't even believe, was ranked in the draft. Then slowly but surely, he started doing some really good things in terms of shooting really well that caught a lot of teams' eyes, and again, a lot of people really liked what they saw. In the span of a couple of months, he went from being an undrafted player to being ranked 28th on ESPN. Is it too early for him to go and nominate for the draft? Maybe. Should he play another couple years of college? Probably he should, right? But the thing is, I think teams are seeing and have convinced him to nominate for the draft just because of how quickly he's improved, and his best thing is shooting and defense, which teams absolutely love in the NBA. The realistic thing is the Cavaliers are going to be making a couple moves that probably see them dumping George Niang's contract to a team like San Antonio, etc., right? Who might be looking to take on some contracts for a couple second round picks. The Cavaliers are going to need a dude like Johnny Furphy, and especially if he doesn't play much to start off with, they're going to still need to develop him. And the Cavaliers have time to do this. People forget that if we take away Donovan Mitchell, the Cavaliers are still a really young team. Garland's like 24, Mobley's like 23, Allen's like 25, Okoro's like, again, 23. Mobley might even be like 22, I think. Emoni Bates, who might be better for this team pretty soon, is like 20. A guy like Johnny Furphy is only 19. This is still one of the younger teams in the NBA. And if they do decide to trade Donovan Mitchell, which I don't know if that's going to happen, whatever it might be there, this definitely could be a situation where the Cavaliers take a step backwards to take 2 steps forward. Maybe hit the draft for another year. Maybe after that they might return to the draft, of course, with the picks that they would maybe get back from Mitchell, maybe from doing a couple other things here and there as well. There's definitely a lot of room for them to look at this. They'll still own their picks that are pick swapped with the Utah Jazz too. Again, Johnny Furphy makes a ton of sense for this Cavaliers team. Whether they're looking to still remain a top 4 contending team with Donovan Mitchell, or if maybe they trade Donovan Mitchell and push back to like an 8th seed, Johnny Furphy is still a great addition to this Cavaliers team, who would absolutely make a ton of sense. They desperately need shooting. He fits in with their defensive game style that they will still most likely have, whether JB Bickerstaff's with the team next year or not. It makes a ton of sense, and that's why I've got the Cleveland Cavaliers selecting Johnny Furphy with the 20th overall pick out of Kansas. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts and opinions on this all down below. Where do you guys think Johnny Furphy is, of course, going to end up? Do you guys think the Cavaliers should look at him? What do you guys think about all my other picks? Do you guys all agree with them or not? I'd very much like to know. If you don't, please comment your thoughts and opinions down below. I'd very much like to hear. Again, subscribe to the channel for all the latest NBA content and NBA news. Subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/vlogging channels. Links for them will, of course, be in the description down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.